Hey.
Well, that was a strange sound.
That was very quick.
That was a very strange assortment of noises. That was some weird guitar parts played by Andrew Kerwin.
Is this talking
That-
right now?
Oh my
I'm
god!
Kevin
We know
Fallon.
how to make things work.
We make everything work. We are a magical group of people.
What can we say?
And by group, I mean there's two of us.
There is two of us. There are definitely
Speaking
two
of
of
which,
us.
I'm Kevin Fennell.
My name's Josh Kerwin.
And this is our radio show. We went to the zoo.
We went to the zoo. We'll
It's
talk about that at some point.
Theater in Philadelphia, because we are two people from Philadelphia. And we like theater.
Yes, we most definitely
Now-
do.
You might have noticed, Joshua,
I may have.
that this week has been super depressing.
I had no clue.
Yeah,
I
and,
had no clue.
The interview that we're about to listen to with our dear friend Max Weber, we make mention of quite a few things that are depressing about the week because we recorded this interview on the day of the inauguration of the 45th
guy.
president
Yeah.
of America,
Yeah, some guy.
United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a bummer when we were talking. It was before the Women's March on Saturday, which kind of was uplifting for anyone who doesn't like the newest president.
Yeah.
But
that
still,
guy.
when we did this interview, it was kind of depressing.
We were just kind of, thinking about it. And
Yeah, it
it
was
a
a
bit
bummer.
strange. Yeah.
And-
But Max Weber is a pretty fantastic fella. He runs a show over at Tattoo Moms on South Street called Queer Space, and we get a chance to talk with him about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely been a strange week. There's
Yeah,
no
I
doubt
was just
about
going to
that.
talk about because we talk about it sometime in the interview, but I want to talk to you about things theater people can do. Because that's
Absolutely.
what I'm very interested in the idea. I'd like to hear what you think, and I'd like to hear what other people think.
Absolutely.
Check us out at we went to the zoo at gmail.com. Tell us that. But what can theater kids do to help bring change in society?
Absolutely.
Is my biggest question that I want to put forth. We know, I told Josh about it and want to tell more people about it. The Ghostlight Project is something that everyone should check out. It's
Absolutely. It started a little bit ago.
started on Friday during the inauguration.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And from what I understand, you said that they shine a light for wherever they're doing a project that's going to be contributing to organizations that are helping progression rather than regression.
It's just a way to do theater stuff and try to help society. So the whole thing is that a ghost light in a theater is the light that's turned on
Mm-hmm.
and stays on all the time, no matter
Mhm.
what. It's for the ghost of the theater, whoever it may be at your particular theater. My college theater had a ghost named Banquo. Very nice ghost if you didn't mess with him. But yeah, so there's a light on, and so the whole idea was that all the theater groups around the country that decided to join the Ghostlight Project were going to join up in front of a theater and turn on a ghost light. And so as a symbolic gesture, as saying that theater is always going to be an open and free space for anyone that wants to be there, which is something we talked to Max about.
Absolutely.
But also, Ghostlight, what it does is that it's more of a organizational thing of where you get your theater members to take one day of the week and do service projects.
Right.
Or you raise money and donate it to the ACLU, Planned Parenthood, any of those types of things that the NEA, all those things that
Right.
are quietly being disappearing from the world.
PBS. Yeah, I mean, all those guys that
there's
are hopefully going to go, that are hopefully not going to go away, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's the hope. So,
Yeah.
man, my biggest thought and what I've been trying to think about is what else can theater do? And it should be, and I hope
Without
that it is.
getting shut down,
Well,
is
yeah,
the
I
big
mean,
question.
Hopefully you can do that anyway. But yeah, absolutely. And it's really, theater used to be a place for societal change, or just to show it and try to help bring more thought and ideas and ideology into the mainstream.
Absolutely.
And so I was thinking about, there's this play I've been reading called, I talked about it before, The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui. It's about Hitler coming to power in 1920s Chicago instead of, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, like, Josh, what do you think about, like, putting on theater plays that are more sociologically inclined?
I mean, I think the big worry for a lot of people who work in the entertainment business in general is that, I mean, now that there are so many businesses that are now going to be ingrained into the government. I think I on the side of the devil's advocate, and as on here,
absolutely,
I think the big worry about that is that there's going to be repercussions for making and that their careers are over. I mean, that's the reason that a lot of I mean, you saw it in the 50s and the 50s and 60s and things like that. Yeah, exactly. You saw it with all the McCarthy stuff, and a couple of those guys from the group theater just for they were blacklisted just for not giving up other people who were just part of an ideology. They didn't even they didn't necessarily blatantly go out and say that our government's and like this kind of stuff. They merely just followed a lifestyle that wasn't popular with what the government had at the time. So I think that's probably the struggle that there's a lot of people that they're
it's definitely
wrestling
the
with.
kickback there.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean and don't get me wrong, and that's the whole problem, is that there's people who are untouchable pretty much at some point, who have some kind of clout to where they have enough in their own pocket, that they have that soapbox that they could have the opportunity to actually help a lot of people. But those are the people, that want to, keep their money. There's the Chappelle thing about, oh man, I just got this money. There's a lot of those people who are like rolling, deep in dough now, and then they just don't really care about the people who are on the bottom.
Well, we should try to change that.
No doubt.
Because honestly, that stuff that you're talking about, while very true, is super depressing
and lame.
Just goes straight to a totalitarian state of mind.
Absolutely.
Where it's like, oh, I'm afraid to say things out loud because I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm saying. I mean, we're seeing that right now with the National Park Service,
Absolutely.
with NASA. They're doing they have to have fake Twitter accounts so that they can write scientific facts, because they're getting told by Trump to not tweet out things that go against his...
The 45th president of the United States.
To go against his policies. So, if anything, I think that this should start being more of a call to arms. That we need to start doing stuff. Get some theater going.
Yeah. There's no doubt. There's that... fear has definitely gotten a good grip on a lot of people, but that's the whole problem, is that there are, they're turning a lot of theater folks into exactly what they think they are, which a lot of them, think that we're a bunch of sissies, and and it's really just that, the less people speak up, the more that we prove them right.
Yeah. And I've been, I was bored today, so I went to the library because I am a nerd.
That's
loves
good. We need
libraries, and I was looking at microfilm from 1950. As people do sometimes.
As you do.
And I was looking at Theater Arts magazine. I found some interesting stuff. And one of the things I found was a little article. It was just called "The Theater's Mission to All Mankind." And it starts like this: the theater is a mirror which human societies throughout the world can examine their own problems, passions, absurdities, aspirations, and values. And that's the type of thing that we need to keep in mind, particularly in the darker times where freedom of speech seems to be a little bit less free.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit less.
Yeah, because freedom isn't free. So, freedom of speech definitely isn't free.
Well, nothing free is free.
Nothing free is free.
Yeah, exactly. You just kind of have to, get on your knees and
then it ends.
Pray.
We still have to create the theater of which we dream, from which no one will be excluded, no class, no social stratum, no area of the world, and if it needs saying, no race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's getting more and more relevant.
Written in 1950. So
Which funny enough, you know, is considered you know, has been the aforementioned good old days
when America was great.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what we're trying to get back to.
We're getting back to that time.
And
you know,
I found something else that's really interesting. We'll do it real quick. That
nice.
That you'll find funny. I was reading this. It was about this random playwright from Germany.
Okay.
Who everyone hated. He got just destroyed in the 1910s, 1920s because his lascivious plays, they're openly sexual, and people were like, "That can't be done." It
wasn't Frank Wedekind, was it?
Yeah, that's what was fun about getting to the end of it. It was Frank Wedekind.
No kidding.
Who, and if you don't know, wrote a little play called Spring Awakening in 1906.
And which you know was obviously very panned, but now has become the big sensation.
Panned. And like I said, he was lambasted and just told, you can't do theater anymore. You're not good enough for us. This is too disgusting. And this even mentions that Spring Awakening. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this as I'm saying it, but it even talks about if it only had a chance in the 20th century in America, it would probably do better. And guess what happens in 2002, whatever?
Yeah.
Someone decided to take this play that was pretty good. It was openly about sexuality and coming of age and sexuality, which is something that every human being in America does.
Yeah, so, I mean, at some point. No. I've never done that before.
Why wouldn't we talk about it?
Yeah.
Because no kid wants to learn about what he's going through or see it on stage.
But see, then you accept yourself.
Yeah.
See, that would be a problem. But
so funny.
So, but I can't believe that Frank Wedekind had another show that was panned. Now,
there's a bunch of them that he did that he got in trouble with.
Oh yeah. I would not doubt that. I mean, now from what I read of this show, was this the one? No. This wasn't the. There's a couple other
another
shows.
thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of random stuff in 1950. Josh had something that I found that he should read out loud to you. This is a play from 1950.
Oh,
and it's a review.
412s or 48. Oh
412s are 48, and Josh is going to read this bad boy for you. And try not to turn us off because this is not us that are saying
this
things.
is a real
play on
synopsis.
Broadway.
This is ridiculous. Okay, so this show is called 412s or 48, and the author is Joseph Kesselring. And the producers were Aldrich and Myers.
And it's directed by Otto Preminger, who is one of the foremost comedic people of the 50s and 60s, and wrote MASH, the movie. But continue.
Yeah, I had no idea that he wrote MASH.
Fact.
That's interesting. Okay, so the synopsis goes: operatic star Nellie Balk and Osage Indian.
Native American.
Yeah, which you're supposed to come out. You know, this is the 50s. Shares her luxurious New York home with 3 young ladies whom the world believes to be her daughters, but who are, in fact, her daughter, granddaughter, and great-granddaughter, all 3 illegitimate. Ooh. Nellie begat Mary. Mary begot Philippa, and Philippa begot Dorothy.
So you have to think about how would she have 3 children that are not her children?
Right. Yeah.
It's about to get dark.
Oh,
Continue,
boy.
Josh.
Oh boy. Okay. So this obstetric chain reaction was set off by a lunatic Indian named Joe Hungry Horse.
Joe Hungry
Horse?
Yeah, better than Thunder Horse.
Oh God.
Barely better than Thunder Horse.
Yeah, I know. Joe Hungry Horse, who raped Nellie when she was 12. The subsequent births also took place at the same tender age. On her 12th birthday, little Dorothy, who was kept ignorant not only of her heritage, but of even the most rudimentary facts of life, is kissed by a young carpenter. Ugh, God, okay. She believes that the kiss has made her pregnant. Enter Uncle Snaketooth, a millionaire from the Oklahoma oil fields. This is okay. A millionaire from the Oklahoma oil fields. Uncle Snaketooth is a millionaire here. Okay. So, so come to give Nellie money for her pet charity, a home for women in trouble. That's nice, I guess.
Very nice.
Maybe, I don't know. Enter Philip Dupree and his Aunt Jane, owners of the Long Island estate, which Nellie wants to buy for her home. Philip reveals himself as the father of Philippa. That's interesting. Aunt Jane leaves in disgust, and Joe Hungry Horse enters, threatening blackmail, and he is scalped mercifully off stage.
That's added
parenthetically.
nice. That's added parenthetically by the reviewer that it's the murder is off stage.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. By another Bach relative, cousin Cutfinger.
Good old cousin Cutfinger.
There's a James Bond movie about that, I think, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As the play careens into a home stretch, Dorothy is declared not pregnant by the other Bach women.
Getting kissed.
And the other Bach women find husbands. 412s or 48 offers several nearly comic situations, particularly those involving Uncle Snaketooth and socialite Dupree.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a comedy about a serial rapist. Essentially, it's about 12-year-olds getting raped and having another kid and having children.
And this is a comedy.
This is a comedy. It's lighthearted. People were laughing. No, they were not. I can't imagine this being funny at all. And this is the guy that wrote Arsenic and Old Lace, which is still done all the time. Like, it's hilarious from what I know, but like it just shows you that he had a line. And he didn't know which way to go with it.
Or did he have a line?
Arsenic and Old Lace is the correct way. And then 4 is 48. What is it? 412s?
412s or 48.
48.
Do you know how that's the grossest title to a show I think I've ever... I mean,
it's a weird title. I don't even really get
No. It's okay because it's over 18 because 412s
are 48.
Yeah. That's gross.
Yeah, and you can't get pregnant with kissing. That's the funny joke.
Yeah, that's the whole joke. Yeah.
Let's make fun of this 12-year-old because her mother was raped at 12 and had a baby, so she thinks getting kissed is going to make her pregnant.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's laugh at her. That was a play from 1950, kids.
Yeah, that's the good old days,
sorry,
right?
That was just funny. That was something we needed to talk about. See? And now it's about time for our interview.
It is. What do you know? So we're actually going to get that going. We'll be right back in a moment here, but we'll get to talking about the zoo as well someday. I know we will.
A hopeless sense of crime in the city, poor education of our youth, and absence of the leadership necessary to combat these concerns leads to a community in crisis. The critical piece in all of this is finding solutions to your issues, my issues, our issues. Tune in to Stepping Into Tomorrow as we spotlight the various organizations and individuals who are on the front line to provide a better tomorrow, and as well highlighting how the arts plays its role, showing that music can be a part of the larger movement. Join the community conversation with me, Gabriel Bryant, host of Stepping Into Tomorrow, the Sankofa Experience, each week live on G-Town Radio, the sound from Germantown.
Hear Stepping Into Tomorrow every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m.
You're listening to the sound from Germantown at gtownradio.com.
And Bloom.
Bloom! That's what we say to you.
Welcome to the show.
Willkommen.
I am Kevin Fennel.
We went to the zoo.
We went to the zoo is the name of our show. It's a show about theater. We have a guest with us on a most auspicious day.
Which there's nothing else going on today at all.
City.
And we know that this is a broadcast that's going to come in later, but we just had to do some. We had to have do something to brighten our day.
Yeah.
So we brought our friend Max Weber.
Hello.
Hey.
What is up, man?
Say hello to our little friend.
Hello, little everybody out there.
Little old everybody out there.
Max Weber. What are you up to, our friend?
Well, I'm here joining you on this beautiful
uneventful day.
Day. You know,
yes.
It's just
another Friday.
I gotta tell you,
January.
nothing like a rainy day. Nothing like a rainy day to just let you sit back and just not even think or worry about like much of anything, really.
Yeah.
I
So
gotta
all that
tell ya.
seclusion really like makes you feel really
To
great.
just kind of like focus on yourself and just kind of like, take a moment to sit back and relax. I gotta tell you, boys, I've been sick and it's been f***ing great. I mean, like the wheezing and the coughing haven't been great.
Right.
But I'll tell you what is great is the not going to work part. It's the being in a robe part. It's the having hot D. I said hot D.
You meant hot tea.
I'm having a cup
tea.
of hot tea
Yeah.
on a beautiful, uneventful Friday
In January.
because of all of the negative, infectious bacteria that are causing damage to my respiratory system.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that notwithstanding, it's been a great day for activities. Couldn't imagine a better activity than being on this show on a day when nothing else is going on.
Nothing else. Nothing whatsoever.
Filling out the time, making the best use of our time. I
Yeah,
feel.
absolutely.
Oh.
Another day in the life.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, you've got some interesting. I've seen it. So I've seen a couple pictures and such. I haven't been able to get a chance to go and see Queerspace yet.
How dare you?
And I know, I absolutely feel no. It's like, and it's always been like, I literally like have to like miss it by like a half hour, and I'm like, nah, I gotta go. It's like, and I hate that.
Hey.
But I've seen plenty of pictures.
Let's talk about it. What is it? It's called Queerspace. It's at Tattooed Moms.
That's right.
When is it?
We all know the greatest place for guerrilla theater, Tattooed Moms.
Absolutely. It is a. I don't want to say monthly variety show. I will say it is a regular variety show now appearing at Tattooed Mom. It's also a bit of an interactive kind of like community get-together kind of experience. Queerspace originally began last year as a benefit for the victims of the Pulse shootings in Orlando. And since then, Queerspace has tried to highlight different local artists while also raising money for important causes. I became the host of this show last year in the winter when the founder, Jordan Kramer, went to L.A. to try to get jump on the L.A. branch of the show. She left me in charge, and I've really gotten into it because I'm getting involved in groups of performers that I didn't really know very much about, and that I kind of really always wanted to have an avenue into getting involved with and creating cool, random, collaborative, weird shit. And that's what this show is. It's a big collaboration between the artists and also with the audiences, I feel. I think that the thing that makes this show different from other variety shows is that it happens in this very immersive space. People who come to see like us perform in Bob's Burgers,
Right, absolutely.
We did last year, come to Tattoo Moms and see these shows because the show is happening like right in the midst of where you are, and so the audience kind of already feels involved with it. But what I'm also doing is giving a platform for other artists of different backgrounds, people of different sexual orientations, sex, gender, race, ethnicity, or faith, to have a platform to talk about themselves, talk about their experiences, talk about stuff that's important to them that they might not be comfortable, or they might not be safe sharing it somewhere else. And then I feel like when people come out and they see that kind of honesty, that it makes this a group that they want to be involved in. So that's what it is, I feel, is that Queerspace is like this artist community organization / variety show. And then also just putting a little good out into the world, I guess, by raising money for different causes.
Absolutely. As well as giving some people an outlet to have a good raucous time. Because I've seen pictures before, and you guys have a wild, awesome time. It looks
absolutely.
like you guys have
Yeah.
the best time.
The folks over at Gypsy Viking, they always take these great, in the moment, weird reactions of people, like stuff happening in the show that is just chaotic to think about now. I remember in the last show, we had one of our performers was a cat, and then she was lost in the crowd and had to be found by Skinless Gumby, which really just segued perfectly into our next burlesque number. And I gotta tell you, between that and all the people coming out to read poetry and to do like weird original like, it is very much this it's like a party mixed around some kind of David Lynchian cultural cluster that is just more different and wonderful every time I'm involved in it.
Oh, that's fantastic. We're going to go to a commercial. And we're going to talk some more with Max.
Hey, Bobby, get the stool, get the stool. Nice round, champ, nice round.
Oh, hi. This is Alex Fender Gloves Anderson, former middleweight champion of the world.
Hey, Bobby, get the tape.
A few months ago, one of my trainers said to me, "Hey, champ, you ever heard Fuchs?" And I said, "Sure. That's the sound I hear every time before my opponent's glove hits me in the head." And he said, No, it's a radio show." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, you should give it a listen." And I did. And wouldn't you know it, it was like creamy ranch dressing for my cauliflowered ears.
Hey, Bobby, get the scissor.
I would suggest you give it a listen. It's on every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m., that's at night, on gtownradio.com.
Hey, Bobby, get the water, get the water.
Oh, I gotta go back to work now.
Hey, Bobby, get the smelling salt.
Fuse, it's a knockout.
We are back.
Yeah, well, thank you for listening to those messages from G-Town Radio.
The sound from Germantown. We're back here with Max, my man.
Thanks for we did Bob's Burgers with Max.
Yes. Max played Linda, and then before that he played Bob.
Yeah, you guys should have Bob off.
A Bob off?
Yeah, they both played Bob. All right, guys.
I feel like I need to take off my coat for
He's
this.
taking off his coat.
All right. Oh, wow, the metaphorical gloves come off.
Better Bob voice.
Oh, boy.
Especially since Max is sick. This is perfect timing.
This might be perfect timing.
Please, I needed a little handicap.
I mean, Max is a jack of all trades, very talented guy.
Archer.
Oh man, now see, there is a slight difference I feel like between Archer and Bob, and a little bit of Coach McGurk as well.
It really depends how much on life they've given up.
I mean, you know, when you're flipping hamburgers, you get a tad bit depressed. Whereas Sterling Archer is like that. Like, he's a little bit loud. I don't know. I don't know about Archer.
Well, you're a soccer coach. You really don't care. It's like everything you say is just filled with the utter regret and bitterness that you have for your own life and also for humanity, Brendan.
Yeah,
I've been to jail 50 times, Brendan. I gotta tell you, it's great. Because I don't like going home to my apartment.
Yeah, there's a deep sadness and regret in everything that really says. And he doesn't want to believe, but he does infuse.
I think Coach McGurk was my favorite character that H. John Benjamin ever did.
Yeah.
I would have to say. I mean, like, Bob's like good enough, is good and all that, and Archer's obviously, you know, it's a really perfect voice. But I just loved home movies as a show a lot more.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
I think that Coach McGurk, he wanted himself to be seen as a wise character, but I think that he was a wise character because the thing with him is that he has failed so much in life, so he understands so much. That's how we learn, by failing. Coach McGurk is actually really smart because, like, his whole life has just been on an
learned the hard way.
That's a life lesson we can all take away.
No, it's just a soccer coach. All right, now I guess I'm a comedian. No, this is stupid. It's not going to work out. Soccer coach again. And that was what it was like being a comedian, Brendan.
There's a surprising amount of people that were involved in that show as well. I just remember like the second time going through like the first couple seasons, and I didn't know Louis C.K. at the time, but then I like as soon as I had heard of him, and then like I watched the show again, and I was like, oh my god, that was Louis C.K. That's incredible.
Yeah,
it was it was a great show.
Yeah.
But so tell us some more about this upcoming Queer Space that you have.
When is it? When's the next one coming out?
All right, the next one is going to be March 8th.
Ooh.
We're doing another Wednesday show. Seems like Wednesday might be a really good night for this show, and I really like Wednesdays at Tattoo Moms because of the great deals they have on burgers.
They do have some pretty fantastic.
And you know that they have pretty great burgers. Such as the "Are You Carroting Me" burger with carrots on it is maybe something they would have if a show was centered around that. But also, they're a great deal. And on top of that, we'll be raising money for Planned Parenthood. We tried something with the last show, which honestly was a huge hit. It's a pay-what-you-want show. Other shows you go and you see like 8 or 9 performers, maybe they want a couple bucks. Maybe they want a bunch. But here, you get great performers doing amazing work, amazing art, and you get to pay as little as $1, and all of those proceeds go directly to support Planned Parenthood, just like they did with the ACLU in the last show.
That's fantastic.
Which is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You guys are really fighting the good fight.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking a lot lately, in that I am in a new role and kind of wondering, like, what's next for me. And then I think about what it takes to be happy. And, we all want to be happy. We all have stuff that we think makes us happy. There's this guy, his name was Epicurus. He believed that people only really needed 2 things to be happy, and that's that they had their friends, and they had the ability to spend time with their friends, and also that they were basically, in some small way, making the world a better place. Now, maybe like you worked in a bakery or a burger restaurant. The people who worked in the burger restaurant were your friends for some reason, even though they're all terrible and I hate them. Then, like, that was all you really needed to be happy. But here at Queer Space, we have all these great performers who now are all meeting with each other and bridging the gaps between different artist groups. That makes them friends, and that makes them happy. And also, we do put a little bit of goodness into the world by encouraging honesty and, raising a couple, $100 for a cause that we believe in. And hopefully the more people find out about us, the more good we can do, and also the more kinds of events we can have.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's what we've been talking about here all the time. It's like, you gotta find that one thing that we can do as artists.
Mm-hmm.
We're theater kids. We want to put on theater. We want to do stuff. We like anything we can do to help. That's why they have, I don't know if you guys heard about this, like, Ghostlight project that just started. It started yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So it was all around. It was all these different theaters, all from every time zone. They all came together. They turned on a ghost light, saying that this is a place where we're going to try to raise money for all, like, ACLU and all those types of things, so that we can bring the awareness. We can, help in the way that we do our work.
Absolutely.
And that's doing that one thing that feels like you're bettering the world.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for.
Playing
That's
the
what
good
Queer
fight.
Space seems like an awesome thing to do, especially if you want to do performing stuff. Like, how does it work? Is it a sign up? Do you audition people? Do you have certain set stuff that you do every time?
We've sort of been hand-picking people so far. If we want to...
Is there some people that they can, if they want to get involved, they can email you?
If people want to reach out to us, if people think that they've got something that would be, like, that would be best represented at Queerspace, or if they just don't know where else they can really go to show off like a unique talent that they're sure that like people want to see, then they should go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/queerspaceparty. Is it a queer space party, or is it a party in space with a bunch of cool queer people? You decide.
Anything that
Yes,
we
absolutely.
you can also go to our website. We have a website now. It's queerspaceparty.com.
Fantastic.
And that's honestly, in all of my 27 years of life, queerspaceparty.com is the best web address I've ever heard of, and I'm proud to say that I own it.
You own it. It's
Yes,
yours.
sir. Yes. That might be probably up there with some of the greats. You know, I mean, of course we all know that my favorite one is letmegooglethatforyou.com because I mention it every single episode.
But
But
endlessly useful.
I would say Queerspace Party is a lot more useful than that. But
Some days I'm not even motivated to Google. You know, I want something to Google things. Thank you. Let me
That's
Google
all I wanted from
thatforyou.com.
Ask James, and he never did it for me.
he knows what I'm talking about. See, it's the convenience that I like. It's the convenience.
Yeah. Bringing it to you.
Having some yucks with our friend Max Weber. We'll be right back here.
You're jamming with G-Town Radio, the sound from Germantown.
Hi, this is Martin Gordon from Radio Stars and Jet and Sparks and so on. And even though I'm in Berlin, that's in a place called Europe. Like you, I'm listening to G-Town Radio at gtownradio.com. The sound from Germantown.
This is G-Town Radio at gtownradio.com, the sound from, of, and in Germantown.
Alrighty. Welcome back. This is Josh Kerwin over here.
I'm Kevin Fennell.
There he is.
Hi.
And we're back on. We went to the zoo with our good friend Max, who is the producer of Queerspace over at Tattooed Moms on between 5th and 6th on South Street, which is a fantastic
It's
venue.
turned into like a really awesome place to just do stuff.
Yeah, and I'm the host.
And he's the host,
which is the best.
Yes. The hostess with the mostest.
All that producing stuff is boring. I like the hosting, really.
There's the producer. He's getting his.
I can't help it. I'm a little ham. I've always been a little ham.
Oh yeah, I mean who? Yeah,
and I'm down to go ham on a semi-regular basis, and why not?
Goes ham on a semi-regular basis. That's pretty.
I personally don't like pig products, so I.
True.
I respect that.
I never go ham.
You gotta keep your arteries fresh.
I mean, I just don't like them, so I never go ham, especially on Easter. People find me very strange. No ham on Easter.
Oh boy.
No ham on
no
Easter.
ham on Easter.
Oh man, you're breaking barriers.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Horse of a different color.
So we're here with Max, and we're going to start playing some of our trivia games. It's the Grape Theater Challenge. The Grape. Yes, grapes. It's a juicy. It is a juicy quest for
grapes?
Trivia. Pass the peanut butter.
Pass the peanut butter. Am I right?
Pass the peanut butter.
Pass the peanut butter. Pass the peanut butter. Pass the peanut butter.
We're having mashed potatoes.
Pass the cranberry sauce. I have mashed potatoes. Oh, the turkey looks great. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Everyone's thanking. Whole world's thanking. Yo, thanking us, thanking. Yo, you kill the turkey. That's my favorite Valentine's Day carol.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's
Valentine's Day's right around the corner.
I know it's coming up. It's
Hope
very
you're ready
appropriate.
for your Valentine's Day turkey dinner.
I would love Valentine's Day turkey dinner. Why has turkey only on Thanksgiving? It's so delicious.
That way, the restaurants wouldn't all be booked up because everybody would be at home making turkey.
It's true, absolutely.
There's got to be a sea change.
There, yeah, yeah, no doubt.
That's what Beck would do.
He wants a sea change. Oh, yeah. There's don't talk about sea changes with me today. It's a rough day, but so we're gonna play some games here. We have one of our newer games, which I just absolutely love, which is called Wed or Dead.
Oh,
and so Kevin, and this is Kevin. Kevin just came up with this game a couple days ago.
Kevin.
Shakespeare characters tend to have two outcomes in their lives in place. They either get married at the end, or they're dead before the end. They don't make it. A lot of death in Shakespeare.
All right.
So we're going to give you 5 characters.
Oh boy.
And they're not greatly known. But, what are dead? You got 2 choices.
Yeah.
All right.
It's usually a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
So okay, but we've got a couple. So we've got Desdemona.
Gonna go with Wed.
Oh, she died.
Oh,
she died.
Wow, not off to a good start.
No, this is okay. A lot of these.
Othello kills her because he's not a great husband.
Oh right. Well, see, no, and see, this is where it keeps going. So we got Richard, Duke of York.
Yep.
Which a lot of these ones are honestly, I'll be honest with you, are Shakespeare's that I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Kevin's a Shakespeare lover.
All right, it's gonna be very off the cuff for these next 4. I can already tell you that. All right, I'm gonna go with Dead. He died.
Yeah, he
died. He died.
He's actually a child. He gets murdered.
I'm hanging on the edge of my seat for you. No, yes.
Murdered good.
He definitely died.
I was getting kind of a dead baby vibe.
Okay, so we've got Bertram, Count of Rosalon. Roussillon.
Gotta go with Wed.
Very good. Yes, he was Wed as well.
Excellent. Remind me what play he's from.
I can't remember, honestly.
All right, I couldn't remember either. It makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember.
I can't remember which he's from.
All right,
so we've got.
I got him pegged, even though I have no idea who he is.
Good old Bertram.
It's Emilia, sister of Hippolytus.
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 Let's say she's wed.
Very good.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Somebody's sister got married. Yep. Had a good feeling
From
about
the
that.
2 Men of Athens or something. Timon of Athens, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
Now this sounds like a chemical, so this is why I'm going with this. Arcite? Is that Archite?
Yeah.
Or Archite?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be any. Archite. Okay. Anyway, this guy, nephew of King of Thebes.
Well, with such an elegant name, you're gonna have to say Dead.
Yes,
absolutely.
So he was actually supposed to marry the Amelia girl. But he has a battle with another guy over marrying her. He wins the battle, but then he falls off of his horse, dies, and so she marries the other guy that loses the battle.
Moral of the story, horses are not reliable transportation.
Very dangerous. Horses are dangerous.
They are. I mean, you know,
you fall off them, you either die or you get amnesia like Michelle Tanner on Full House.
Oh, very true. Very true. You got to
fell off that horse.
Yeah, she fell off the horse. Exactly. Also, you ever notice, like in movies, I've always noticed that, like when you're there's like a barn scene and there's like a girl like going up to a horse or something like that. There's always the threat that they're going to be like, and there's such dramatic music when it happens. And I always thought that was very over dramatic, but I think about it now.
Horses, they're
a horse can really wreck your day.
A powerful animal,
to say the least.
I mean, if you can imagine like getting like hit with the back hooves of a horse, it would be like getting hit by a car. It would be like getting hit by a train. It would be hit by 2 very small trains in the center of your torso. Much like a kangaroo kick, but maybe not as bad as that, but definitely larger.
Yeah, no doubt.
In
horse.
Mad Men and Deadwood, there are characters that get kicked by horses.
It's just
and they die. Yeah, they both
time
die, right?
and time again. These incidents remind us of how unsafe horses are, and yet,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what.
It's thank God somebody has already erased the White House's fossil fuel emission problem from its website.
Right.
There's no climate change anymore, guys. It's not on the White House. So we can use cars again because horses are too dangerous.
Oh, that's
Horses are too dangerous. You can use more cars.
I'd say that's a breath of fresh air, but I'm not.
It is. Air is going to stay as fresh as it is.
Before I get too depressed, let's go to the next game, please. Oh my God. So our next game is my favorite, which is Find the Fakesicle. And so we have 4 names of musicals that we'll give you. However, one of them is not real. It's been made up in Kevin's dome piece. He was thinking
the
up
other 3 have been on Broadway. These are real musicals on Broadway. We're not even trying to find like goofy ones. Real musicals on Broadway.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia.
All right.
Nice, I like that one. Okay, so we've got the first one. We've got Babe. Now then we've got. Is it Babette or Babette?
It's Babette.
Babette. Okay, we've got Babette. We've got 70 Girls 70 is the name of the third one. And then the last one is On Stage.
Okay.
So Babette, 70 Girls, 70 on stage. It's almost like a sentence.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Wait. So just to be sure, 70 Girls 70 is the name of the musical.
70 Girls,
70.
comma, 70.
Okay,
70
the
girls,
name of the musical
70.
is not 70 Girls 70 on stage.
70 Girls, 70. The next one is On Stage.
Because
Kevin's
then
favorite thing is to make sentences out of these.
Because then I'd have to wonder if there was already 70 Girls 70 on stage on ice, or 70 Girls 70 on stage the movie, or 70 Girls on stage. 70 Girls 70 on stage the movie, the novelization of the movie.
It's true. It's true. Absolutely. Yeah. I would love to go see 70 Girls 70 on ice.
All right. This is going to be a Hail Mary for me. I'm going to say that On Stage is not the name of a musical that is on Broadway.
And he's right. He's absolutely right. It
Yeah.
seems like such a play within a play show.
Let's figure out what 70 Girls 70 is.
Well, I want to hear about On Stage.
We need to find out
what's
about
On
this.
Stage about? You
Well,
made
On
it up.
Stage, I feel like On Stage is a great play about putting. It's actually a play about making a play on stage. So
Kind of
it's
like
gonna be
Noises Off?
Maybe a little. It's a little bit like that.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be more indirect.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more in your mind.
Okay.
It's like 6 characters in search of an author meets Noises Off.
Oh.
Yeah. On stage.
So we're going to find. Okay, so this is from Wikipedia, which is a very good source. We all know.
It's a source.
We know that it's definitely a
It's
very
not
valid
the only source you should use. You should also go further than that.
I mean, never, ever.
Nope.
No,
Go
that's-
further than that.
That's very
Find
true.
a book.
Very true. 70 Girls 70 is a musical with a book by Fred Ebb and Norman L. Martin, adapted by Joe Masteroff, lyrics by Ebb and music by John Kander. The musical is based on the 1958 play Breath of Spring by Peter Koch. The plot concerns a group of larcenous old folks who steal furs from various New York City stores with the intent of using proceeds from their resale to buy their Upper West Side retirement hotel, the new Sussex Arms, which is slated to be sold to developers.
So it's about old people stealing furs to go to retirement?
Yeah, they're stealing... But why is it called...
Why? I mean, why would anybody write a musical about this? It's really my question.
It's a musical, too. That's
Well, I mean, it's a play and a musical.
Okay, if I had to just throw out my speculation, I'd say that the old lady who are stealing the furs to go into retirement also probably secretly want to be in like a company of singers, and so like they're the 70 Girls, and it's like they want to have that big spectacle in a way.
70 girls that are 70. Maybe they're 70.
There it is.
They've got, because they're old.
I think you just cracked this case wide
okay,
open.
very good, very good.
Did.
Okay,
job,
so
team.
we've got the next Find the Fakesicle
There's a
coming
musical I
up.
never want to see.
What's that?
70 girls, 70.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
I don't have to see it now.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to anymore. So that we get the next one, which is Enough! Exclamation point. And we've got Serafina! Exclamation point. We've got George M! Exclamation mark. And O! And OK! Which is, it's like O, comma, K-A-Y. Yes.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Wow. What a fun lineup of shows. They all sound totally fake to me.
People exclaim their titles on Broadway.
No, I guess that is true. It's like you think about if there would be a musical made about your life, that it would just be your first name, exclamation point.
Yeah,
so
true.
I'm automatically...
Jeb.
I don't know if I'm making a... All right, I don't know if... I'm going to sort of lifeline myself here. I think that Serafina, exclamation point, is not fake. Because I think that that is somebody's musical about their life.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go for... I think that Enough, exclamation point, is a fake musical that Kevin thought of. Tell me about your fake musical, Kevin.
It is enough. It is enough. You are absolutely correct.
It's actually about one egg.
It's about one egg.
Yeah, enough. In French, one egg is called enough.
Wow.
It's all about how you only have to eat one egg.
That's the whole. It's an informational piece.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good.
So what's the? I mean, who are the major players in this thing?
Chickens. Mostly chickens.
Chickens.
Yeah, trying to save their eggs.
Oh. Well,
and one man, he's just an everyman. He's like the nanny from Muppet Babies. So that he's just legs.
Yeah. They did have sort of like a Charlie Brown beginning.
He eats one egg a day, which is enough.
Yeah.
Or enough.
I like it.
Enough! Exclamation point.
But what if it wasn't enough? Could be that place you
So
could choose to go.
so the hens are fighting over which egg is going to be theirs.
Yeah,
I guess we have to see
I
it.
really
Yeah,
do.
no doubt.
Yep.
Definitely have to.
Far be it from me to speculate on the intricacies of your work.
Exactly.
And I have to say that this is actually an idea that I can get behind.
You're for chickens.
Yeah, the big thing is the chicken costumes.
He loves Chicken Run. It's like his favorite movie.
Oh yeah,
Chicken Run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Those Chicken Run chickens were telling people to go to Burger King. They were doing the opposite of what the cows for Chick-fil-A were doing.
Yeah.
It was such a big counterculture movement. I really support Chicken Run for that. But also the meat industry is like, not great all the time.
Okay, so we've got one more here. We've got one more fakesicle to find. And we've got A, Hamilton, B, James and Dolly, C, 1776, and D, Ben Franklin in Paris.
Okay, I know 1776 is a real one.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the first two?
Hamilton and B, James and Dolly.
So that first one sounds fake, but I'm pretty sure I've heard it somewhere. So I'm going to say the fake one is Benjamin Franklin in Paris.
And I have to say that one is incorrect, unfortunately. There's an actual musical called Ben Franklin in Paris.
Yo, Ben Franklin got it on Freaky Style in Paris. So
totally.
You don't have to tell me.
I know.
I don't know if either of you gentlemen have heard of a play called Ben to the Future.
I have heard of Ben to the Future, which was a piece performed by Max and our good friend Anthony over
Anthony
at Tattooed
and
Mom.
Anthony's brother Rob Taylor, who played the titular Franklin, came to the modern day and ruined the life of my character, a tour guide in Old City.
Oh, man.
And he went on an endless binge of partying and drunken philandering.
That sounds like my Ben Franklin.
That paralleled his Parisian days. It was honestly that show, the fact that we put that show together is the whole reason why Anthony and I were involved in Tattooed Mom in the first place, and the reason why he and I are still putting on shows there now.
That's why I put it in there so we could wrap this up in the big circle. Because Queerspace said Tattooed Moms. See what I did there? Totally on purpose. That's how I planned it.
That is next level.
It has nothing to do with all those other ones being about historical characters, and I made up a movie.
Very true. Who's James and Dolly?
Madison.
Oh, Madison. Oh, Dolly
It was
Madison.
going to be about the 1812 War.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's
just
a
about,
good one.
I thought it was like a Sid and Nancy, but with Dolly Parton instead. I don't know.
I was going with the Madisons.
That's very good.
Curveball.
But instead, what I really meant to do was bring back the Ben Franklin, the man, the myth, the legend.
Absolutely.
And Queerspace at Tattooed Moms. Next coming up March
8th.
March
8th. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Doors are at 7, and if you come
7
at
o'clock.
7, you can even meet some of the people who are performing the show and learn more about us and hang out, and also
Burgers.
get some Parmesan long hot tots.
Oh,
because
they're
they're
good.
incredible.
Oh my god, most of the tater tots there are delightful. The poutine ones.
The poutine ones are
delightful.
your jam?
I mean, gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Gravy
absolutely.
and curds.
Gravy.
And
and curds.
If you ever want to check out any other information as far as Queerspace, you can go to queerspaceparty.com.
Yeah.
I mean, people have to start getting on board with this. This is really a good thing.
Get on board or get thrown off like because we're pirates.
Hey, I remember to say thank you for having me on. Thank you so much for having me on and letting me talk about
It was so
the
great
show.
having you.
Oh, we love you, bud.
This is We Went to the Zoo. You should check us out on Facebook.com/We Went to the Zoo.
Facebook.com/We Went to the Zoo. I'll like that today.
Yeah, today. We went Facebook.com/Queerspace Party.
Absolutely.
And you should too.
And
you should too.
All glory and honor to the Hypnotoes.
We're back in the studio now.
Yep, just to say goodbye.
Yep, and we have 30 seconds left, so that's pretty much all we have to say to you crazy people.
Yeah, I have a quote to end this wonderful from a good man. His name was Oscar Wilde, and he said this: "There are two ways of disliking art. One is to dislike it. The other is to like it rationally. So, everyone, go like your art irrationally, because that's the way you should," says Oscar Wilde.
Sorry we couldn't talk about the zoo, but we'll talk about it some other day.